Hi guys, how you doing? I hope you're all well. I know you're looking at the title, you're looking at me, and you're wondering, why is this chick gone and done? I know, me too. The other day I was just chilling. Honestly, I was like, I want to do my hair, but I don't want to leave the house. Hence why, you know, I didn't want to go out to buy like any hair or something like that. So I decided, I was like, dude, you got bare expression hair, let's do something. So I got my expression. I was like, you know what, we're gonna curl it. I had lots of what are they called, bendy rollers. And then my mum also sells these wig caps that you're gonna see me use for this wig. And I've been trying to watch Game of Thrones. Not that I understand it. I mean, I'm on season 3, but you know, not that I understand it. I mean, the only person I know is Khaleesi. Girl, that's who I know. And Jon Snow, Jon Snow. Look, I don't know, and then Halfman. Those are the 3 people that I know. I got my expression hair. I was like, you know what, girl, we're gonna make these curls. This I used about 1.5 packs. You guys know expression is about £1.50 to £2, so I spent just under £4 to achieve this. I know. And then I haven't like separated it, so I'm imagining, you know, when it gets a bit old and I want to kind of separate it a little bit to make it a bit bigger. But you guys know I don't like big hair because my face is big enough and I don't want to and I'm also going to talk through the method that I used. I did have to kind of pull the hair, hence why, you know, it's looking all juicy and spicy, and I didn't really do much cutting. You know, the key of this is to pull the hair before you curl it, because you get these thin ends and it just looks natural. Because if you were to not pull it, it'll be harder for you to flexi rod it. The curling part took me about 2 episodes of Game of Thrones, so that's about 2 hours, just under 2 hours. Honestly, if you want to do this much faster, I'll get you to probably buy yourself about 10 or 15 individual flexi rods. So yeah guys, hopefully you guys like this hair. Let me know what you think, and if you're gonna try it, let me know. If you guys want me to do it for you, you can contact me. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to know how I achieved this wig, then carry on watching. So guys, the first thing you want to do is get your expression hair, and this is a full pack. So you're going to see me cut it into 4 sections. So I've cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut it again in another half. And I know it looks short, but we're about to do the pulling method. So if you know the pulling method, it's just to add length to the hair and also get rid of that blunt cut. So there you are seeing me separate the bunches, and I'm going to start pulling. So you just want to use your fingers. It's really hard to explain how to pull hair, but you're just going to pull section by section, but you want to make sure you're holding the, you know, the hair on your hand not so hard that, you know, you're able to release some hair. Now if you're still finding it hard to pull the hair, you want to use this method that I'm currently doing. So what you do, you pull out little sections on one side of your hand, and on the other side of your hand you want to kind of edge the hair forward, so you're kind of adding length to the ones you're already pulling. I know it's hard to explain, but hopefully you can see my hand mechanism right now. And at the end of it, you end up with sections that are all different lengths, and once you brush that out, it should really look longer. As you guys can see, I've pretty much doubled the length right there, and I'm just going to brush it out to make sure it's all aligned. So now that your section is ready, you're going to take your bendy rollers and start twisting on them. So because we've pulled the hair, you can see it's going to be a little bit easier for the hair to stay on the bendy rollers as we're twisting, because it's much thinner. So you're just going to twist. Make sure you're not holding the bendy rollers tight, and I learned this the first time around. As you guys can see, that's a bit tight. It looks like the bendy rollers is strangled, but the looser you do it, the less tight your curl patterns are going to be. So if you do it this curly and this tight, it's going to come out a lot more as a spiral curl, and you don't want that. You want it to kind of look like a wave. So if you want it to look like a wave, you just want to make sure that you're not tying it as hard, and you're making sure as you're twisting the hair you're holding it flat and not bulking up. Hopefully that's understandable. So I've pretty much got about 3 individual curls that I'm going to do on each section of on each bendy rollers pretty much. Now that we're all done, we're going to start the boiling method, and if you're black, you would have a bucket in your bathroom, okay, but use whatever you can and pour the hot boiling water on the hair. You're going to see, because of the foam of the bendy rollers, the hair's going to start rising up, hence why I'm using this stick to kind of just push it back down. And then I'm going to just leave it in for a minute and pour the water out. So here's the hair left over, and once you do that, the hair pretty much just towels dry. Just use your towel to kind of dry it, and then I'm just going to start taking out the ends. It's going to be a little bit harder, hence why you see me use the scissors, because of the thin ends the hair's kind of stuck on, because it's kind of like burnt on it now. So you just want to use the end, if you remember which side you started with, and just kind of cut it, slice it a little bit and start pulling. And here's the beautiful curls, girls. Once I finished all of that, I let the hair hang, and I just hung it on my handbag, but because I wanted the curls to kind of drop, I didn't want it to, you know, stay tight. I wanted to drop and, you know, add length to the hair, hence why I hung it straight like that. So you can hang it on whatever you want. So here we go, you just want to do it again, repeat. Here I also noticed that the bigger the sections that I was using, the nicer the curls look. So the thinner sections you use, the tighter the curls look. So guys, this part is pretty much self-explanatory. So this is the cap that I'm using, and it's by my mom if you guys want to purchase, but it's got much more cornrows on them than the regular hairs. So what I've really done in this is I've skipped each part, because the more hair you add, the bulkier it looks. So I would skip a a cornrow as I'm going, so you guys can see, and I'm making it really gapped out. So in the beginning one, I've pretty much put about 3 strands, and as I go, I pretty much just space out from the previous area of strands that I've got. It's really hard to understand, but you guys can see, just watch the process. You guys can see the gaps within that first line of the hair. I'm gonna kind of fill in those gaps with the second line of the braid, if that makes sense. I think you guys can see that. But yeah, just pretty much want to go ahead, just keep going till you reach about the top. The top is easy because the braid pattern changes, it kind of curves up. Now for the parting, I'm gonna do an invisible method here where I'm gonna use the two parts that's in the middle, the two braids, and I'm gonna form one kind of part right there. And the way that I'm doing this is to insert the crochet, apply the hair through, but when I pull out the hair, I'm only gonna pull out one of the strands and I'm gonna tie a knot. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but it doesn't provide that bulky look. It just kind of looks as if, you know, the curls are just aligned pretty much. Now because I'm going to be wearing this hair in a side part as well, I'm going to part my hair to the side and also do the same invisible method to that side. As you guys are going to see the same method being applied here. So this is the finished wig, guys, and I'm just going to put it on, and the styling method or part should be pretty much easy because we thinned out the hair. You guys are going to see the hair is not really bulky. All we're going to do is just remove the extra long strands and just kind of cut it to, you know, frame your face. But this is going to be so easy, so we're just going to get rid of those stringy parts and it's all pretty much done for us. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. It's been a while since I've done a hairstyle or hair tutorial kind of video, so do thumbs up and let me know what you think. But I'm about to rock this hairstyle all the way out and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you very much for watching.